Hey folks, the last video took out the momentum from this time capsules. I'm gonna try and force myself, so if I'm not as creative or exciting or whatever, just need to get through it. This story is gonna be Mount Kenya mostly, and some extra notes I've just found and people send me and stuff. So, Mount Kenya, we went with Divya Kumar. Now he does a lot of amazing travel stuff. He organized this trip for all us. I think we were in high school. That was my vodka days, and I had upgraded from the little ones to the 100 ml, or maybe for that trip. And myself, Nemu, Fish, usual suspects who are into that kind of stuff. Main guys I remember getting drunk was me and Nemu in the truck going to Mount Kenya. So we were already wilding out. And things I remember, I had this tape someone recorded because my dad had this recording machine he used to use to interview all these stars. So I would talk about someone called Twinkle, talk about Rick and Jake, and eating her breadcrumbs. That's what I remember because all the guys were cracking up. They were just asking me all these questions. I was just throwing some stories. Reached the camp. So going there was fine. For some reason, even though I was hungover, I made it to Shipton's camp, where we stopped for the evening. And then around midnight, guys would wake up to climb, I think it was Lenana. Either Kushal or Nurani ended up getting vertigo when they reached the top. And we would see these cute little things called Hyrexes. They're so cute. Round, fluffy, short and stumpy, my kind of thing. Under me, the bunk was Maze. Maze has the big green eyes. That's what I remember about that. And then once we started going back Cinnamon route, at some point I was very tired. Maybe it was the hangover or whatever it was. But the way the route was, I was like, listen, you guys go ahead. I'm just going to rest and then I'll just catch up with you. So I sat down. When you fall and you faint, I think you don't remember some bits or something. But I fainted and my nose hit this rock. That's why you can see like there's a bone sticking out that side. Then I took the wrong route because there were so many always diverting routes. I took the lower route. These guys had carried on with the tracker or the porter or whatever you want to call him. I got lost. I couldn't find anyone no matter how fast I went. Then luckily I saw some figures moving, really small figures moving on a higher hill. Started shouting, whistling, nothing. I did my really loud whistle. Luckily that tracker guy heard that this is not normal Mount Kenya sound. So he's like, okay, there's something happening. He saw me. He's like, okay, let's get this guy. We met up, then we finally went. But I got in so much trouble. Because Divya told my bro told my mom and dad. And I think that was the time when the first locking me up stuff in the house started. There was just one too many incidents of me getting drunk and doing all this. So that kind of helped me get away from the drinks. Now, other memories were around that time, HN would be into this song. Nyumba ya Gorofa, I think. Gari yangu, gari yambu hai. Something alpha. I remember I used to take a lot of 7C's tablets and those vitamin C ones, the effervescent ones. Other things I remember was this Mombasa trip. I hadn't gone, but I would hear stories of Giraffe after a drunken night. They were trying to stop him from going into the ocean to swim to India. For some reason, these guys get drunk, then want to go to the motherland. So they told him, why don't you take off your clothes? And then when you get there, the clothes are heavy or whatever. And he's like, no, I want to look good when I get there. Other memory was Oshwal Youth League had started around then. And they were doing a lot of these events, sporting events at the complex and all that. And that time, we would always go check out the chicks and all that, meet up new guys. And thank God, around those times, not too much bout stuff happening. Some notes from Hansil. It's like they used to play marbles back in the day in Majanwari. And he said Nayan was good. Vijay had the big ball marbles. I had a really nice collection, which is now held in my dad's estate. And when he went to Roland's camp, him and the boys would go to the girls' side of the camp or the bandas and start making wolf noises and things like that. When I went to Roland's camp, the first time I remember catching these small, cute little frogs. I just loved playing with them. They were near the tap. The tap had made this hole in the ground. where the grass was. And that swimming pool, I don't know how people were swimming in it. There was so much algae, like it was just green. It was a green swimming pool. Chen and Sri making the wolf noises. He said something about standard 7, Roald Dahl, candle staring or something. And Hansel talked about blue tape to stick with text, I think on the chairs and stuff. And then they used to have these, you know, the wrestler, Big Boss Man, his stick, they used to play with that. They used to go to Drew's house, Shuli's, Kushal. Now back to that Roland's camp. The second time I went there was for pre-bronze, where Ronick was the PA assessor, and he would play Jesus, He Knows Me, and He Knows I'm Right, that song, and Spin Doctors. Princes, princes who adore you. He was pretty cool. Like, he was strict as an assessor, but he was always cool. Ansel remembers chess tournaments at the Hilton Hotel, and through HC, Nayan, all these guys would go up and down the lifts until security stopped them. He said something about Nayan and HC getting into an argument, science project and graffiti, fireworks with fish. And then another story from Hansel about Mombasa was where Bushy and Giraffe were going to do like this chest bump kind of thing. And the way Giraffe connected, because Giraffe's huge, and Bushy flew, hit the shock on his face was just priceless. And I think that's about it for this one. Listen, man, the next two, like there's the UK visit, and then after I come back from UK, the cycle of just so many things happening. I have like 3 playlists, clubbing ones, music video ones, the Tigiri Compuzone ones. I'm trying to figure out how to Rubik's Cube and, you know, mind map how I'm going to tell these stories. So that one's going to take some time, but the next one's going to be UK anyway. And then after UK, the debacles and all that will come. So see you then.